Hey guys, this is Wednesday, and this will be part one of three parts again for today. We're still covering Unit 6, and I want to remind you that these lessons will be up on YouTube for 2 weeks, and then they'll take them down. And I also want to remind you that down here in the comment section is where you write here, and that's so CPACs can give you credit for basically attending class. So after you watch the video, look down below this video, and there'll be a comment section, and type here. Okay, so let's get started. So today we're picking up where we left off. We're on lessons Unit 6, but we're on Lesson C. We're going to start with talking about when. When we ask the question when, we're always talking about time. So when something happens is the time or the date that it took place. Like, when did you move to this country? I moved to the United States 3 years ago, right? Or you can say, I moved to the United States in 2010. So those are some of the ways that you could answer that questions. When did you meet your husband or your wife? So if you're married and somebody asks you, well, when did you meet your wife? You would say, I met my wife 3 years ago. Or I met my wife in 2015. You know, so those are the ways you would answer that. When did you start English class? Well, most of you started with me back in for level 2 back in January. So I started English class in January, right? Some of you have been here longer, so you would say I started English class 3 years ago, or however long you have been taking the class. So those are some time phrases that we're going to be using. So go ahead and turn to your book to page 74, and we're using the student book, not the workbook, the student book, the one that we use in class. And there's a grammar chart at the top of the page. And right now I would like for you to stop the video and go ahead and look at that grammar chart and for a few minutes and read through it. You can even do the QR code with your phone, and then come back and restart the video. Okay, so I'm going to remind that remember when we're asking questions about time, we're going to use when something happened. When is the time that it happened. Okay, so let's look at part 2, the practice. And it says, right, complete the conversations, using, we're going to use at, in, on, or ago. At, in, on, or ago. So those would be your 4 choices for filling in these blanks. But we're also going to use the words under the parentheses for that specific one. So, for example, number 1, when did Lou and Angela buy their new car? They bought their new car, see it says in parentheses, 3 weeks ago. So we're using the time that they gave us and then the correct words to go with it. So go ahead and do 2 through 8. Go ahead and stop the video and complete 2 through 8, and then restart it so that we can check your answers together. Okay? Stop the video. Okay, so I hope you did 2 through 8. Now let's go over the answers together. Okay, so number 2, when did Lou and Angela get married? They got married when? In the parentheses it says 4 years. What word do we use with that? Ago. So it'd be 4 years ago. And remember, when we're doing all of these, we're still talking about things in the past. Okay? We're still using our simple past. When did Angela have a baby? She had a baby when? Yesterday at 8:20. It's at a.m. p.m. a.m. And the reason we use at is because it's a very specific time. Right at that time. It's very specific. Number 4, when did Lou begin his new job? He began his new job on Tuesday. Once again, we're going to use on because it's a specific day. So it's on Tuesday. Number 5, when did Lou move to the United States? He moved to the United States on December 15th. Once again, that's a specific day. So we're going to use the word on. Number 6, when did Angela come to the United States? She came to the United States 5 years, same as that one, ago, right? And number 7, when did Angela take the citizenship exam? She took the citizenship exam, 7 is in March. Because it's not a specific day, it was just sometime in that month, we're going to just use the word in. Okay? And number 8, when did Angela register to vote? She registered to vote in June. Once again, not a specific day, just sometime in that month, so it's in June. All right. Let's do some more practice. Let's go at, in, on, and ago. Okay? So let's look at those and let's do some times in practice. Okay, so what if it was 6 o'clock? Which one would we use? At, in, on, or ago? Since it's a specific time, we're going to use at. So it would be at 6 o'clock, right? And what about Monday? Specific, it's on Monday. And that's for any day of the week. So you could say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever day. And also for a specific day of the month, like on March 12th. But if we don't know the 12th and we don't know a specific day, it would just be in March. Like my birthday is on April 15th, but my birthday is also in April, right? Because here we're telling the specific day, and that's why we use the word on. Now, ago, we're talking about different times, like 3 years ago, 4 months ago, times like that, okay? So if you want to go ahead and stop this video and maybe copy down this chart to use as a reference, you can do that. You can also keep referring back to the grammar chart on page 74. All right? let me erase this and go ahead and pause it if you need to. And I'm going to erase this and we're going to keep going. All right. So now go ahead and turn your books to page 75. And let's look at the pictures at the top of the page. Okay, so we're going to talk about a person named Anna. Right here, all these pictures. We're going to talk about a person named Anna. And all of these things right here are important events that happened in her life, right? So we're going to look at what happened first. What happened first was Anna graduated in 2005, right? Or yes, 2005. So we're using the same words that we did before, at, in, or on, not a go, just at, in, or on. Go ahead and fill in those blanks for Anna's life. If you go ahead and stop this video and fill in those blanks and then restart. Okay, so did you stop the video and fill in the answers? Okay, because now we're going to go over the answers and I want you to check your own work. So we're going to look at number 2. Okay, she got married blank Sunday, August 16th, 2008. Because it's a specific day, August 16th, we're going to say on, right? And number 3, she had a baby blank June 21st, 2011, to blank 2:30 a.m. Well, it's on June 21st, so that's a specific day, and the time is at 2:30 a.m. Right? And we all know that a.m. is in the morning. Number 4, she and her family moved to the United States blank 2012. So it's a specific year. We didn't really talk about a year. So we're going to say in because it's a specific year. But it could have been any time during that year. So that's why it's in. We don't know whether it's August 15th or September 30th. We don't know. Okay, and number 5, she and her husband bought a house blank April. In April. Don't know what day, just in the month. Just like the one we did on the example for my birthday. Remember that one? And number 6, Anna took the citizenship exam blank May 16th. We're going to say on May 16th because that's a specific day. May 16th. Not just May. Number 7, she became a citizen blank Thursday. Specific day of the week. Remember, all days of the week are on. And number 8, the last one, she started her new job blank 9 o'clock a.m. at 9 o'clock a.m. because it's a specific time. All right, go ahead and make any corrections you need to your answers, and let's go ahead and look at Anna's life again, part B. And what would you say happened first? So what's the first thing that happened to Anna? She graduated, right, in 2005. And then the next thing that happened, she got married, right? On Saturday, August 16th, 2008. So what's the very last thing in the list that happened to Anna? Yes, she started her new job at 9 o'clock a.m. So the last thing that she did was she started a new job. Now, I know this second part is going to be super hard unless you have somebody at home who can talk with you. But I'm going to go ahead and show you what it should look like. And then you can pause the video. And if you have somebody to practice with, you can do that. You would say, when did Anna graduate? And then the next person would say, she graduated before she moved to the United States. Now, the words in the bold we're going to substitute with number 2, just like we've done in class before, right? So this time we're not talking about graduating, we're talking about buying a house, right? When did Anna buy a house? She bought, past tense, simple past, she bought a house. Okay, when did she bought a house? When did she buy her house? In April, right? We have to look back up into the events of her life to know the answer. So the third one is, when did Anna become a citizen? So look at number, if you look back up, she became, simple past, a citizen on May 16th, because that's when she took her citizenship test. Or on Thursday, sorry. She took her test on May 16th and she became a citizen on Thursday. Sorry. So let's look at number 4. When did Anna get married? She got married on Sunday, August 16th, 2008. When did Anna take the citizenship exam? Anna took the citizenship exam on May 16th. Now see how the questions, the words under the pictures are the answers to the questions that we're asking. So this would be real easy for you to practice with somebody. When did Anna have a baby? She had a baby on July 21st, 2011 at 2:30 a.m. So if you have somebody that can practice that with you, go ahead and stop the video and practice that with them, and then you can restart. Okay. So the last thing I want you to do is just look at the communicate part 3 at the bottom of the page, and check the boxes that apply to you. Like, did you get married? Did you have a baby? And then you can take the time to write out the answers to whichever ones that you wrote. And we won't check this in class because I have no way to know which ones you did, but it's good writing practice because we're still going to have to do our narrative paragraphs, okay? So if I put a check by get married, I would come over here and wrote, I got married in 1995 or whatever, in January, whatever your answer is. And then say my other one I did was buy a car. I can say I bought a car in November. Okay? So we're using the simple past for the verbs, and we're using the correct terms for the time. So whichever ones that you checked off, go ahead and write some sentences for those as good practice. And the last thing I want you to do is, after you stop this video, I want you to do homework in your workbook. I want you to do pages 70 and 71. Okay, and this is in your workbook that we use for homework. And so go ahead and do that before you start the next video, because the new video will pick up with us going over the homework pages. Okay? See you soon.